So this is a video that shows Need for Speed World. It's a racing game from EA. It's kind of a free online PC game. It's been out for a while now, I think since November of 2010, and this game, it's kind of a mix between the PC versions of Need for Speed Most Wanted and Need for Speed Carbon. They combined them into this free PC game. You can download it off the internet and it works fine. So the graphics are kind of older, although they are still very good since those games were good for their time. And as you can see there, I used some of the power-ups. That's one of the new things that this game offers. Well, the older Need for Speed games didn't support this. And I'm recording these videos since, if you know, I built a PC and I'm going to be reviewing all the different components that I put inside. And for the graphics card, I put in an HIS Radeon HD 6450, so it's a low-end graphics card that's right around $50, and it just shows how that little cheap graphics card can actually do quite a bit for this game. So on average, the frame rates for this game are right around 25 frames per second while recording, and they will dip down to around 20 to 18 at the very low. And if it's not recording and it's on a good, like you're parked, the game will be around 35 frames per second, which is decent, and 25 frames per second might not be perfect, and for some games it's bad, but this game, it's not really a big problem. And if you do see any sort of pausing in the video, that's probably because I'm using Fraps to record, and for some reason sometimes it kind of froze up when I was recording. I don't really know why or anything, since of course it was running in the background with a bunch of other applications when I'm recording. So this game, it's actually pretty good for a free game, and I'm running it at 720p with the graphics setting set to maximum. So the resolution could be higher, but the graphics setting is all the way up. I just went with 720p since I'll be recording all my game footage for the review of the 6450, which I'll be posting later on in July. And this YouTube channel, I'm posting it on the Liam Quaid YouTube channel, which isn't the ZL Studios YouTube channel. And I won't be posting the whole clips of this racing stuff on the ZL Studios channel, since it's not really technology news or anything. But I will be posting the review of this graphics card, which will have sort of clips of this game and a bunch of other games in it, since we'll be showing the gameplay. Since of course if you're getting a graphics card, you might be playing games, and you probably want to know what games can run and how they'll run and everything. And this graphics card can really run most games, although most of the games aren't running the best. Like I can run Crisis 2, although the frame rates are very, very low, even with like some of the lower graphics settings. But the graphics card isn't really for gaming or anything. It's more for just use, and it's better than integrated graphics sets for sure. But it's still not like a 6850, which I would probably get if you're looking for a gaming graphics card at a budget, since that's a good graphics card. It's really fast and can run most games at 1080p. Actually, I'm pretty sure it can run all games at 1080p, although I don't think it's all the best for like the like 3 or 4 monitors at 1080p. It's not for that kind of stuff. But if you want that kind of game, I go with like a 6990 from AMD, which is a ton more. But I guess if you're gonna have a bunch of 1080p monitors, then it's probably what you're gonna do. And so this is a good budget graphics card. So the clip's about halfway through. I'm at about 4 minutes, and it kind of ends at 7 minutes. So still ways to go. This is again a pretty good game. This is kind of a team escape. You can see there are 2 other people I'm playing this with, and this is a very online game. Actually, you have to have an internet connection to use it, so it's a very online game. And this is pretty much the mission, is to go through this map. It's kind of like a race, but during the whole race you have cops trying to pull you over and get you busted, and they do all kinds of things. This is a little bit different from the Most Wanted and Carbon. They didn't really have Team Escape, but those games weren't really all that online. And this also has some like normal races and just normal cop pursuits, which is pretty fun. If you're into these older Need for Speed games or even the newer ones, I'd recommend to check this out. It's free, so not really a big deal with it. should be posting more of these videos in the coming weeks, of course, and the game list includes Crisis 2, and Need for Speed Undercover, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, possibly the Need for Speed Shift games, and of course some Call of Duty games. I'll be showing those too. And if you have any suggestions on any games you want me to try on this new graphics card, the 6450 from AMD, then I would suggest you comment on this video or send me a message or something like that, and I should be able to get the game and try to test it out on this graphics card, record some videos with it, and publish it onto this YouTube channel and kind of explain how it runs and everything. And as you can see there, I hit spike strip, and this Lamborghini is pretty fast. I'm going about 90 miles an hour even with my tires popped out, but I'll continue to try to go through it, but then I run into a situation in a few seconds that requires me to use another power up that allows me to get these tires back, and then I'll continue to drive off. And yeah, it's right here. And those power ups are pretty nice, although it's kind of hard to use them since they have a weird, you have to use the 1, 2, 3, 4 keys, but I'm still kind of don't really know how they're all mapped or anything like that, so kind of just press them all and eventually I'll get something. And it usually works that way too. I have nitrous, and then Juggernaut, which is basically a thing that allows you to ram cars, and it'll go down. You can ram cars and it'll be easier to knock down. And this video is just about up. You can find my YouTube, Matt Cousin DZ on YouTube. Then I have ZLstudios.net, and that's about it.